Hi there everybody, my name is Jeff and I run the magic shop in Toronto named the Browser's Den of Magic, and I want to thank you for tuning in at one of our conversations. We did a while back with some of our younger customers, and I'm very pleased that today we have someone I've known for about 17 years in different capacities. We've done business together. And he's become over the years a close friend of mine. His name is Mark Lewis. Hi, how are you doing, Mark?
Hello, how are you doing?
And I'm doing fine.
Hi, how are you doing?
And what I'm very pleased about is that Mark Lewis has written this wonderful book called The Lives of a Showman. Ultimately, Mark, what made you sit down and do the hard work of writing a book about your life?
Well, there's a fellow in Toronto, a magician, very well known by the name of David Ben, and he thought it would be a good idea for me to write the book. And as a matter of fact, you also suggested I write a book about my things, my adventures. You did. And David Ben said it, a couple of people have said it, and David Ben said he'd publish it, and then David had too many things on his plate, a lot of activities that he does. So I ended up publishing it myself with the help of Ariel Freilich, who understands things like book layout and stuff like that. And there they are. Bob's your uncle. We got a book.
So he motivated you, give the inspiration to do it. Well, that's nice.
David is the one that told me I should do it, and Ariel's the one that helped a lot with the actual technical part of it.
The book covers, obviously your life and as you put, the lives of a showman, the many different things you've done in your life. Now, a term that some people at home may not be aware of, you use the term grafter quite a bit.
Grafter, yeah.
And
I'm a grafter.
And what does that mean for?
It's a British expression. Some people get it confused with the word grifter, which is an American expression.
Sure.
A grifter is a con man, okay, who goes here, there, and everywhere, travels and scams people. A grafter is not, a grafter might be a grifter, but not necessarily. A grafter is what Americans and Canadians call a pitchman. You've seen them in exhibitions, they'll get crowds around, non-stick pans and, knives, they get crowds, they sell things. Sure. So I sold many different things. But the main product I sold was a trick pack of cards, a magic deck of cards called the Svengali deck. And that's how I made my living. So, but it's just what we call a grafting line, a grafting product.
How did you become a grafter?
Let me try and remember. Oh, that's explained in the book. People think I used to just the Svengali deck I used to do, but before I sold the Svengali deck, I was selling other products. The blow balloon. I started with this horrible tube of stuff, and you blow it out, and it shows. I think that I better not say anything about it because I think they're still selling, and we'll probably get sued. But it's a good. You blow it out and you make bubbles out of it, and you make faces on this stupid thing.
But did somebody give you see you somewhere and say, why don't you try selling this? How did you become starting to selling magic items to the public?
I've explained it in the book. There's a fellow called Graham Desmond. I don't know whether he's still alive or not. And he was selling this thing in Selfridges, and I had no work. And I said, I would like to, I told him I had no job. He said, you can have my job. I said, I can have your job? He says, yeah. He says, they want to fire me. If you phone them up, they'll fire me and give you the job. I said, why don't you just leave? He said, no. He says, I said, why do you want to give up the job? He says, I'm a born-again Christian. It's against my principles. I don't know why. And then he said, if you phone them up, I said, why don't you just leave? He says, well, I can't do that because it's against my ethical principles that they should leave them without. So anyway, it's in the book. You have to read the book. I'll be here all night for trying to explain the damn thing, but it's a very good story, and it's in the book. And Bob's your uncle, and I went to the guy who ran the company, Billy Levine, and he asked me 2 questions for the interview. I can't remember what they were, but and he said, all right, we'll fire that guy and give you the job. And it's in the book. Read the book. It's a wonderful book.
How did you first get into magic? I mean, magic. I know you as a wonderful children's entertainer, a hypnotist, a fantastic close-up magician. How did you get into magic? Most of us start off as kids. How did you get into
I started off as a kid.
Yeah.
I went to a library, I saw a book called Magic as a Hobby. I took the book out of the library and I couldn't do a single trick in it, right?
How old were you when you said?
Nearly 13. And then I got another book out called Scar's Magic Tricks. And I could do some of the tricks in that book, but there was no card tricks in that book. Then I got a book out on card tricks by Wilfred Johnson, and yeah, then it took off. I started doing I specialised in the card tricks, and that was what I did best. And then I got skilled at all sorts of magic. I went on from there, and I was hooked from that point onwards. And that's what happened.
Do you have a favorite trick out of all from all
My
these
favourite
years?
trick's not a card trick. I'm known for card tricks, but my favourite trick is a trick that you sell actually in the shop, I believe. Yeah,
Oh, the one with the spots.
the spot one with the spots.
Yeah, you keep that. You have it on you. Usually keep that.
I
on
do
you?
have it on me. Yes.
That'd be fun to show.
I'll show it to you. Yeah, if I
Fun-
can remember.
Fun trick.
I got this old envelope. Hang on, I've got it in here. Right, okay. And if I can remember how to do it, I've been doing it for maybe nearly 50 years, so I might remember how to do it. Mind you, at this stage, Alzheimer's sets in, so maybe I won't. But anyway, look, these little bats here, you know, I don't understand them. This one you see is blank on both sides, and on my hand, there's a spot. Now, there's a spot on one side, still blank the other, and on my hand again, spot on both sides. I can't get rid of them. I try to throw them away. Blank. Blank on both sides. Always comes back again. Spot on both sides. Now, Jeff, maybe you can help me get rid of the spot. Just pass your hand slowly over the spot. Slowly. Oh, what have you done with it? You didn't really get rid of it, you know. It's gone. I'm going to go up to your ear, because that's where I know the spot is. I'm going to go to your ear now in a few seconds. There we are. Got it. Okay. Now, there's a spot on both sides. You blow, it'll disappear. Well, that's only breathing on. You've got to blow hard. Too hard, you've blown over there. 2 spots. It is confusing me. We'll get it back where we started. Now, there's a spot on both sides. I'm going to take a hair. I've been doing this trick a long time, you can tell. Tie on the hair. Hold on to the hair. I don't have many hairs. When I say go, you pull the hair. You ready? 1, 2, 3, go. Oh, you did that very well. Wasn't that exciting? Now, I'm going to ask you a question. How many spots would you say were here?
1.
How many spots would you
2.
say here? No, they've all gone home to mother. Wasn't that exciting?
Very good.
Things we do to
So you
pass
keep
it.
that on you at all times.
All times. For 50 years.
Did you buy? So you buy as a little kid. Did you find it difficult to learn that 50 years ago when you were a kid?
Yeah.
Sure.
Oh yeah. Couldn't do it. I'm not going to give away a secret, but it took me 8. I couldn't do the damn
Do
thing.
you remember what magic shop you bought it from, or?
Elliston. No. Probably Elliston's. It was a joke and novelty shop in Holborn.
You mentioned a few times over the years, very fondly, remembering about a famous escape, not Houdini, escape artist named Murray. And you went to Murray's magic shop,
Yeah, Murray.
not as a kid, but you're sensing a
Oh, yes.
teenager older. And you used to tell me that it was a wonderful experience, but you felt he used to like cheat you or something, or he'd
Oh,
make up
yeah.
prices or something. Or,
Oh yeah, we'll probably get all these relatives suing us now. But yeah, he was a scam artist, Murray. Murray was a
Yeah.
like scam artist.
He was an old man when you visited.
He was an old man, but he knew what he was doing all right. Oh God, you could have taken a few lessons from him. Murray would give you the wrong change, and he would always give his customers the wrong change. And because he was old and doddery, you wouldn't dare ask him for the change, you know, because he pretended he was deaf. And when he died, when he was dying, not well, you know, on the way out, shall we say, there was reports from the hospital to the Blackpool, you know, the Blackpool magicians, and so the meeting of the Blackpool Magicians Club, and somebody said, "Oh, there's no change. Have you had any news about Murray?" And they said, "There's no change from Murray." And somebody said, "There never has been any change from Murray." You know, he used to give you the wrong.
You told me he used to sometimes leave the customers in the shop and go have some tea. He just
Oh,
walked away.
when they got on his nerves.
Well, that must have happened a lot with you.
Oh, it did.
I'm feeling my
no.
nerves go up right now.
What he used to, you see, you could learn from that. What Murray would do when he got customers in the shop, instead of pretending that you know, they weren't bothering like you do, and rolling your eyes up to the sky when nobody's looking. What he would do, Murray would say, "I'm going to have a cup of tea now," and they'd go in the back and leave you there, and hope you'd go out, hope you'd leave by the time they came back out.
I think I'm going to go have some tea right now.